9/11, 2016. Guys, there's some interesting news coming out of New York City. They were having the 9/11 memorial ceremony there, and most of you seen it, where they'll come in and read the names. They said that Clinton and Trump, they weren't very far apart as they were reading the names, and Clinton had to be rushed out the back, and she fainted on the way to her van. They said in the article, let me read part of this. It says, Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Rodham Clinton reportedly fainted on the way to her van after she abruptly left the 9/11 memorial ceremony at Ground Zero of the attack on the 15th anniversary, having to be helped into her vehicle by a protective detail. What goes around comes around. Clinton, who was here and only about 20 feet away from the Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump, was listening along with Trump to the reading of the names lost in the terror attacks on the tragic days 15 years ago. Guys, I don't know how many people remember that and how many people believe the narrative of what happened there, but one thing I do remember was that afternoon, Bill Clinton came on, and there was people were already talking about it possibly was an inside job. And I remember Bill saying, how dare these conspiracy theorists say this was an inside job. Guys, the demolition of the buildings, one after the other, falling straight down, controlled explosions, and no plane in Pennsylvania. No plane hit the Pentagon. It was a missile. No plane parts were found. But these ghosts come back to haunt you when you're responsible for the destabilization of the entire planet. Guys, think about from that event, spring, the attack to Iraq, who had nothing to do with it. That started the destabilization of the entire Middle East. And on that day, created an evil, and we've seen nothing like it before in the history of the planet. Not on this level and scale, and that's what this election's about, trying to stop that evil instead of continuing it. And the continuation of the evil that we're seeing, guys, will be the darkest we've ever seen. The article says Trump appeared at the ceremony around 8:20, receiving applause when he arrived, while Clinton arrived shortly before the first bell rang 26 minutes later. It says it's a citywide moment of silence in observance of the time the first plane struck the North Tower. Shortly after 9:37 a.m., the time marked for a moment of silence in observation of the flight that struck the Pentagon just outside Washington. Clinton was seen leaving the ceremony with her press corps in tow. Clinton was leaving through the back entrance quietly. Several reports have suffered since Clinton left, and that she had a medical emergency and fainted on the way to her car. Her U.S. Secret Service protected detail actually had to help carry her into her car, according to Fox News reporter Rick Leventhal. Now, what's so bad, guys, is they're not letting any information out from the Clinton side. Numerous reports have been phoned into them. They won't reply, and the reporters that were with them, they've got them stowed away and won't let them leave that area. That's how desperate Hillary is. It says law enforcement are saying that Hillary Clinton just left the 9/11 ceremony with a medical episode. Appeared to faint on the way to the van. Sources tell Hillary Clinton that clearly having some type of medical episode and had to be helped into the van by the Secret Service. Witness told Leventhal that Clinton ditching the ceremony was an unexpected early departure, and that her knees buckled and she stumbled off the curb and lost a shoe when she fainted. I'm going to link to the page that I'm looking at because there's updates coming in. Press pool there, Ed Henry is saying the reporters are being kept completely in the dark, that Hillary Clinton spokesman Nick Merrill and the Clinton campaign have not responded to multiple requests for comment, and Breitbart is reporting that multiple news agencies caught the action but are refusing to report the details. We understand that, but guys, that's why we're doing this. Breitbart also obtained a video of of a Hillary Clinton staffer, Pool Press Secretary Vera Aron, saying he does not know what happened with his own candidate at the 9/11 memorial. Is the motorcade still here? That's how fast it happened. And there's a video that was shot by Breitbart's News' Jennifer Lawrence, and it ends with the female reporter confirming that the Clinton campaign has blocked reporters from leaving the area where they were kept in. Since we can't walk to the street, the female reporter said before the video cuts off. And so mainstream will be forced to report it just like they have after a couple of days of the other events. But it's getting out now. So what is the next step? Their candidate is collapsing before the eyes of the world. Will they continue to prop her up? What will be the plan if they can't? Guys, think about it. We'll update it again. We're going to talk about this tonight with Paul Begley at 6 p.m. Central Time at paulbegley.com, paulbegleyprophecy.com, excuse me. It'll be linked in the video. This is a heads up. Be safe.